Thank you for joining me. This is an energy healing for irritable bowel syndrome. This is also for anybody who has symptoms of irritable bowel syndrome, even if you have not been diagnosed. I'm just feeling into the field of the gut. I'm experiencing that there's a lot of fear, discordant feelings stuck in the gut area. They are connected to and associated with beliefs. So as awareness goes in and it starts to penetrate into those feelings and those beliefs, it starts to soften them up and loosen them up and support the ability to eliminate them. The belief in failure and the belief of not being in control, these two, they're impressions and memory patterns that have been lodged in the gut area. And this is an area where we tend to hide things from ourselves. Just like the back is also an area where people tend to hide things from themselves. Also, the gut is another place where we tend to hide. Why? Because in our society, that is an area that's considered basically taboo, that you generally don't talk about. It's not like polite conversation over tea or whatever. Oh, my bowels today. You know, it's just, it's a place where we tend to trust that people won't look there. And we tend to trust that we won't look there. It's like the conspiracy of silence, the thing that we don't talk about. That the reason it's hard to invest oneself in great undertakings, and this is what having IBS does, is it stops a person from investing themselves in great undertakings. It puts one in a position where, well, I can't leave the house today because I have to stay near the bathroom, like that. Why? Because there's too much of a fear of failing. And the fear of failing is based on an underlying belief system that what I do, the outcome of my actions is primary. And the process doesn't mean much of anything. The reality is it's actually the other way around. So we're bringing in a download, and that download seems to be coming into, the information is coming in, it sort of slides in the crown chakra, and it moves viscerally down into the subtler and subtler levels of the physiology. And that download is working its way into the causal level of the physiology. And causal level, we start to get between causal and collective level and causal and astral. We start to be working in the field of past impressions and past experiences. So clearing memory patterns from the gut, that feeling, that gross kind of sicky feeling of, oh, it failed. There also seems to be a kind of a harmonic resonance up in the throat area, also connected to that guilt. And there's a certain amount of resignation in this area to just that it's sort of hopeless. There's a feeling of hopelessness, guilt and hopelessness. So that's clearing from the throat, neck, chest area. There's a spot right here between the 4th and 5th chakras known as the wish-fulfilling tree. And that's an area where there's a certain amount of energy that's connected to and associated with the ability to carry forth one's intentions. Why? Because the heart is actually the initiator of intention. The mind is the organ which puts the pieces together like a machine and helps you figure out how the intention will be carried forth. But the most fundamental intentions, the intentions of the soul, come from the heart, actually. And then at the throat area is the communication center, and also it follows down the arms to the hands, so that we use our hands and arms and so forth as part of our manifesting skills, right? This is where we interface with the world, hands. So the wish-fulfilling tree is right there, where the intention of the soul, the deeper intention of the heart or soul, comes up and then filters into the structure that allows that intention to manifest. So we're clearing this area up here as well as the gut. The thing about the gut is, in the whole pelvic region, is that this is the area of the body that is the foundational support for the heart and for the mind and for all the upper energies of the physiology. So I'm watching as your physiologies are starting to kind of integrate the download and integrate all this information to activate up a conception or an awareness of the functions of the gut, the functions of the pelvis. So that includes all kinds of elimination and sexual functions and, you know, all the different functions that take place in their supportive functions, all of them in terms of their divine nature. The purpose of every energy healing, and this is where we're going into that causal body and working with the karma a little bit. The purpose of every energy healing is to blow away the blockages, is to dissolve and eliminate those features of consciousness which have embedded themselves at subtle levels of one's own nature, in the personality, in the intellect, in the feelings, in the heart, in the various places and subtler places, causal body, that disallow the embodiment of divine being, that disallow the physiology to be the perfect tool or the perfect vessel for your own divinity. Divinity is what you are in one's essential nature, in one's true nature. There's one great wholeness of creation, and each of us is a little antenna of that. So the wholeness of creation has many antennas. It doesn't mean, just like I have many hairs, it doesn't mean that this hair isn't me. You know, all the hairs are me. All the antennas are divine being. What I'm seeing is energy frequency, which is being now produced by the causal body as a means of releasing the karma. As a means of releasing the karma, the causal body is self-producing a light medicine, which goes into the gut and is very, very, very soothing. I would like to add at this point in the healing process that I have another video which is called the Digestive Mastery Technique. And it's about a 10-second technique that you can do to support an open relationship between your conscious mind and the gut bacteria, the microbiome of the physiology. And it takes about 10 seconds. It feels amazing. And within days or a week, you will notice changes. I mean, thousands of people have used this technique. And, you know, it's wonderful and it works very quickly. So I recommend people to check that out. We can put links on here both to check it out as a YouTube video or to check it out with the text. It's embedded with text on my website either. And it's free and it's for you. And if you use it, you'll find that within instantly, really instantly, you'll notice a different feeling in the gut. And the symptoms will dissolve with the use of this exercise and with the enhancement of the healing that we just did in this video to support that process. So thank you so much for being with me. I really appreciate the opportunity to help you and to help everybody. If anybody has suggestions for other health concerns, I'd be really happy to put up healings for those. And definitely please go check out the Digestive Mastery Protocol because it's a great technique for eliminating problems with digestion. Thank you for joining me. Please like and subscribe. Bye.